Alvar Embermana yAthrA yAthrA. We are in the second day of our thiruppullANi yAthrA. Today, SrIrAmAyaNa is celebrated in this Dividesha. First, we will see what happened today in the morning, and then we will have some discussions, because yesterday itself, Adiyan told that we will have discussions today when we are seeing face to face. So today is SrIrAmAyaNa in many Divideshams. It is celebrated during the Navami Tithi, and also usually it will be having Punarpusam or Pushya Nakshatram around that time. And it's celebrated in Panguni month, that is Tamil Panguni month, but it will be in the Chandramanam, it will be Chaitra Masam. This SrIrAmAyaNa is a beautiful occasion because we celebrate one of the most important incarnations of Bhagavan, which is SrIrAmAvataram. In SrIrAmAvataram, Bhagavan manifested many beautiful qualities. Not only he did, but he also had many of his associates, his bhaktas, manifest many wonderful qualities. So it's a good opportunity for us to recollect some of those aspects. Sri Rama conducted himself in a very exemplified manner. In spite of many difficulties he may face, in spite of many difficulties he faced, he remained very noble, gentle, and dignified. He never lost his cool, he never lost his dignity. It's a very important aspect for Sri Vaishnavas like us to observe and follow. Many times we may face difficult situations. In all those situations, we have to remain firm in our behavior. Just because somebody is lowering their standards, we should not lower our standards. So that particular aspect is beautifully manifested by Sri Rama in many cases in his incarnation. First of all, he manifested the basic quality of obeying elders. Mother, father, guru, when they all tell us something, we have this constant urge to oppose them or argue with them or try to prove that we have a better idea. But Sri Rama, being Bhagavan himself, never did that. He showed the Samanya Dharma, which is obeying elders. When his mother Kaikeyi asked him to go to the forest in exile, when Sri Rama's father, Dasharatha Chakravarti, he sided with her. Sri Rama never showed any anger. Rather, he was still very pleasant and very happy. And he was happy to obey his parents' wishes. Even though it may not be correct as per Shastra, he did not argue with them and he did not try to prove his point. Rather, he accepted that as the desire of elders. And Sri Rama's brothers, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna, each of them manifested beautiful qualities. As we all know, Lakshmana, who never separated from Sri Rama and always served Sri Rama, manifested the quality of Sheshatvam. Sheshatvam means being a servitor. That quality was beautifully manifested by Lakshmana. At no point he was hesitant to serve Sri Rama. And he would do it very happily. It is not that, oh, I have no other choice. You are my elder brother. I am your younger brother. If I don't listen to you, others will blame me. Shastram will not accept my behavior. It is not for those things. Actually, he himself says once that Sri Rama thinks me as his younger brother, and that is why I am serving him. That is what he thinks. Because I am his younger brother, I am serving him. But that is not the truth. I am defeated by his qualities, auspicious qualities. And because of his auspicious qualities, I am happily serving him. So he says that. So this is in our Sampradaya, the dasyam, that is servitorship, is greatly emphasized. And there are two different ways one can serve, two different reasons one can serve somebody. One is Gunakrita dasyam and another is Swarupakrita dasyam. Swarupakrita dasyam means being a natural servitor. Son being a servitor of father, mother, elder brother, or disciple being a servitor of guru, shishya, acharya. In those cases, we have to serve just by the nature of our role. That is servitorship, servitude based on our true nature. And then there is Gunakrita dasyam. That is serving someone because one likes their qualities. So both of these are explained and both of these are glorified at certain points. Lakshmana says that he is so attracted by Sri Rama, Rama's qualities, and he is eternally serving him because of his qualities. Sita Pirati, on the other hand, she says, when they go to Atri Anasuya's ashramam, Atri Bhagavan is discussing with Sri Rama. After entering the forest, they go to Atri Bhagavan's, that is Atri Rishi's ashramam. There, Sri Rama is discussing with Atri Rishi, and Anasuya is discussing with Sita Pirati. Anasuya is a very unique character. Her name itself is a very unique one. Anasuya means not having jealousy. Here, everyone will think that she is not having jealousy on anyone. That is what Anasuya means. That is what everyone will think. But our acharyas explain, Anasuya means nobody can feel jealous about her. She is so kind and good and nice that even if somebody wants to feel jealous seeing her, they cannot do it because she is such a good-natured person. And she is inquiring about Sita Pirati. How is your life? Everything is nice. You are married to the greatest personality in the world and all that. And she is asking, she is telling that you are so fortunate to have such a great husband, and you are also very good that you followed your husband to the forest instead of staying in the kingdom's comforts. At that time, Sita Pirati says to Anasuya that, yes, my husband is great. I followed him. But even if he is not great, I would have followed him. That is my nature. Because I understand that my Swarupam is to be his servitor. And she also says, but it is very unfortunate that I can never prove my credentials because he will never be bad. If someone is bad, then we can prove that even after he is bad, I am serving him. But because he is never going to be like that, I can never prove uh, my state of mind that I will always serve Sri Rama in whatever situation he may be. So here she identifies that she is not serving just for Sri Rama's qualities, but as per her true nature. So sometimes we were discussing a little bit ago that two different viewpoints will be present. One time Swarupakrita Dasyam will be glorified. Another time Gunakrita Dasyam will be glorified. It is not that one is contradictory to the other. It is just two different viewpoints. So we must know to accept and appreciate different viewpoints. So here we see that this Lakshmana, he is in this mood of servitude, always serving Sri Rama at the cost of his own happiness. Even though both of them were married at the same time, she came alone without his wife and he dedicated himself to service of Sri Rama. And then there is Bharatadvan. Bharatadvan is epitome of Paratantriya. Paratantriya means being totally obedient. That is the quality. Sheshatvam means always engaging in service. Paratantriya means being obedient, listening to the one who is ordering us. Both are slightly different. So that is why Sheshatvam and Paratantriya both are required for us. Lakshmana was always engaged in service. Even when Sri Rama told, you need not come to forest, he said, no, it is my duty. I have to come. So he enforced service towards Sri Rama. But Bharatadvan, on the other hand, when Sri Rama told that you have to stay in this kingdom and take care of the kingdom and you cannot come with me and you cannot serve me right now, he obeyed that. He accepted that. He didn't argue. No, Lakshmana is coming, you did not stop him. Why I should not come? You are always partial towards Lakshmana. This is why this is what I don't like with you. I like everything else with you. But this one thing I don't like with you, that you are very having soft corner for Lakshmana. He didn't argue like that. He said, okay. He tried. After Sri Rama went to the forest and they all settled down there, Bharata followed and he brought everyone along with him because if he just goes alone, maybe Sri Rama will not be convinced. So he brings everyone along, mothers, gurus, and then all the ministers, all the army, all the people of Ayodhya, everyone is brought along with him because he is trying to show everyone is in a very pitiful state in separation of Sri Rama and everyone desires that Sri Rama comes back. But Bhagavan has a different desire. So even though Bharatadvan did Sharanagati to Sri Rama, requested him to come back, sometimes even perfect Sharanagatis will fail. That is because Bhagavan's desire is slightly different than what others think, what everyone else is desiring. So that is why even when sometimes we take so many efforts, we try to do some kaikaryams, but it will not succeed. We should not be bogged down about those things. We have to take it to the stride and we have to move on. Because there is so much kaikaryam to do. If we get bogged down, then we will not be able to do more kaikaryam. We will become negative and our morale will be down. So whenever even failure comes, we should just take it as a lesson and we have to move on. So here, Bharatadvan did perfect Sharanagati. Still, he did not get his desire fulfilled fully. He had half of the desire fulfilled because he got the Padukanu. He treats Rama's Paduka, Sri Rama's Paduka as good as Sri Rama. That was his bhavam. So he took the Paduka, but he could not convince Sri Rama to come. But he obeyed. That is Paratantriya. Paratantriya means completely obeying what the Lord, Master says. So that was Bharatadvan's state. So he demonstrated that quality. And we see Shatrughnalvan. Shatrughnalvan demonstrated the Bhagavata Sheshatvam and Bhagavata Paratantriya. Shatrughnalvan would not even see Sri Rama. He would not look at Sri Rama fully because if he sees Sri Rama, then he may develop some attachment towards Sri Rama, and his Kaikariam towards Bharatadvan will get disrupted. So what he will do is, if he sees Rama, he will just look other ways and walk away and go to Bharata state. So that was his move. He didn't want to have any disruption to Kaikariam to Bharata. So that was Bhagavata Sheshatvam and Bhagavata Paratantriyam. And he was also having Paratantriyam. Gachata Matulakulam. That is the first shlokam of Ayodhya Kandam. In that, it is said that Bharatadvan went to his uncle's place. That is his mother's native place. At that time, he brought Shatrughnalvan along with him. Both are prince. He is also a prince, he is also a prince. So, when these occasions happen, when a prince goes to somewhere else, they will find the proper date, good date, auspicious time and all. Because they have to travel for long distance, they have to go there safely. So they will find auspicious time. They only checked for Bharata's auspicious time. They did not consider Shatrughnalvan separately. Because he is like a sword of a prince. The prince will just carry his sword. He will not ask, hey, sword, are you coming with me? Or they will not separately do anything for this sword to be taken along with the owner of this sword. Similarly, Bharata is just pulling Shatrughnalvan along with him. That is how much Shatrughnalvan was obedient towards Bharatadvan. He would just go along. He wouldn't have any separate desires, any separate thoughts, anything for him. He would only want to fulfill Bharata's desires and Bharata's thoughts. So he manifests that quality. Then Sita Pirati, she manifests how one should be very compassionate, even in most difficult situations. When all the Rakshasis, demonas, they were all tormenting her, even that time, Trijada, Vibhishana's daughter, she sees a dream that Ravana is greatly insulted and Rama is coming on a victorious posture. She says that to the assembled people there. All the Rakshasis were there. All the Rakshasis start fearing now. Oh, Ravana is going to be defeated. Now what will happen to us? We'll all have to lose our life and so on. For that, Sita Pirati immediately shows her compassion. She says, you don't worry. I will take care of you. Even though you have not performed Sharanagati, I will still take care of you. Rama is such that anyone performs Sharanagati, he will protect. But Sita Pirati is such that even if we don't do Sharanagati, she will still protect us. And even those who harmed her, she protected those Rakshasis also. So that is the amount of compassion shown by Sita Pirati. And also in Sita Pirati, we see commonly these three separations. First, she gets separated by Ravana from Sri Rama. That is first separation. And then second time, she is sent to forest by Sri Rama when she was pregnant. And finally, she gets separated from Sri Rama and goes to Vaikuntha. So three separations happen for Sita Pirati. And reasons are explained by our Purvacharyas. In the first separation, she manifests her compassion. She wanted to save the celestial ladies, all the Devastris. They were all prisoned by Ravana. So she went there, just like a mother will jump into a well when the child falls into the well. She went to Lanka to fetch the Devastris. That was her compassion. She could have sent somebody else. But if a child falls into a well, the mother will not sit and say, you come and you go and get the child. She will immediately jump and get the child. Similarly, Sita Pirati could not bear the suffering of the celestial ladies. So she went there herself so that she can bring them out. She can rescue them. So that is her compassion. And then second time, she is showing her Paratantriya, that is obedience. When Sri Rama sent her to forest, she was not expecting that time. Sri Rama heard somebody speak about her, and he decided, okay, maybe she should not be here for some time. So let her be sent away. And he sends her to the forest where Valmiki Rishi is there. And there is a little bit of background to this also. Once when Sita Pirati and Sri Rama, they are discussing privately. At that time, at that time, um, Sita Pirati is saying, even though we stayed in the forest for long time, we did not really get to do any service to any of the rishis. They are all very pious people. They are all in the forest. It would be nice if I spend some time serving the rishis. So Sri Rama keeps that in his mind. So she has this desire to serve the rishis. So when the time comes, he takes that opportunity and he fulfills her desire like this. So there is some background. It is actually Pirati's desire also that she wanted to go and serve the sages in the forest. So that is why he made Lakshmana to bring her to the other side of the river and leave her near the proximity of Valmiki Rishi's ashram. Because they are both Divya Dampati, it is not that they will have like us. I have one thought, my wife has another thought, then we fight and we argue, you go away. Like that, it will not be there. There is some hidden understanding between both of them. And that is, she had this desire and Perumal wanted to fulfill that desire and he took this as the occasion, as the opportunity and he sent her. But when she gets separated, she pretends like a normal woman who gets separated from her husband. She cries and she wails and she says that I will lose my life, I'll give up my life, but for Sri Rama's children who are in me right now, I cannot do that. So she says all those words out of sorrow in separation at that moment. And then she goes and she stays with the Rishi and she serves there. So that is the Paratantriam which was manifested by her. And finally, the third separation is when she comes back to Ayodhya. At that time, Sri Rama says that for the sake of these people, I know I trust you, but for the sake of these people, you have to enter the fire. So she says, I will enter the fire and I will come out. But I no longer want to be here. The moment someone doubted, not Perumal doubted, but someone doubted whether Sita Pirati is for someone else or Sri Rama. I have to prove that I am always for Sri Rama only. So that is Ananyarga Sheshatva. That is not being existing for anyone else, only for Sri Rama. So to prove that point, she enters the fire and she says, now I will leave from here permanently so that these things should not come again and again. As long as somebody is having misunderstandings, they may raise these points. So to permanently eradicate all these doubts, I will ascend to Vaikuntham. So that is the third separation. So Sita Pirati manifested these aspects. And we know Hanuman, he showed great devotion towards Sri Rama. He always had Sri Rama in his heart and always had the thought of total surrender and total servitude to Sri Rama. And then there are others like Vibhishana Alvan, who, in spite of being born in the Rakshasa clan, he had great devotion and he was bold enough to move away at the right time from Ravana. He tried inspecting Ravana, but then as he is not heeding to his requests, he decided to move away from Ravana and come to the right place, to Perumal. So in this manner, in SrIrAmAyaNa, we see many wonderful personalities who are showing us very important life lessons. Because we always think how to relate these incidents with our life. So we can see how we have to be obedient, how we have to be having servitude, how we have to have compassion, how we have to be engaging in deep devotion. All of these principles are beautifully shown in SrIrAmAyaNa. So it's a good occasion, SrIrAmAnavami. So I thought of recollecting these. In the morning, here in thiruppullANi Dividesham, today, only this SrIrAmAnavami day, Darbashayana Ramar, Utsavar, and Sita Pirati, Lakshmana, and Hanuman. They all have Tirumanjanam, very elaborate Tirumanjanam. We enjoyed beautiful Tirumanjanam with water, and then milk, then yogurt, and then mixed fruits, and then tender coconut water, and then honey. All of these elaborate um, festivities, Tirumanjanam was performed. And we also recited Perumal Tirumozhi Pasurams and the Sthala Pasurams. Mangala Shasanam done by Tirumangayalvar for this Dividesham. Two padigams, ninth centum, third and fourth padigams in Periya Tirumozhi. These two padigams are very beautiful. Actually, Tirumangayalvar is singing in feminine mood, in separation of Perumal. In both these 10 pasurams, that is the mood of Tirumangayalvar. He is saying, as Parakala Nayaki, that he wants to somehow attain Bhagavan. Without Bhagavan, she cannot survive. So she is, Parakala Nayaki is beautifully highlighting those aspects in this 20 pasurams. So we recited those pasurams also, and we had Shatumarai. And also the regular Panguni Brahmotsavam is going on. So Jagannatha Perumal, he also had Tirumanjanam. Today he is gone to Andavan Ashram, where he stays for the whole day and enjoys Tirumanjanam. And then Seva Kalam will be shortly there. Divya Prabandha Parayanam will be there. After that, in the evening, we will have Garuda Seva for Jagannatha Perumal and Hanumanta Vaganam for Sri Ram Bhagavan, Pattabhisheka Raman. So those celebrations are yet to happen today. So we'll enjoy all of those. Now we will have a short question and answer session. If there are any questions based on the 3 sessions we had yesterday, 2 sessions, and today, if there are any questions based on that or any general questions, we can have another 10 minutes before we start the Divya Prabandha Parayana.
So in that Tirumangayalvar's Mangala Shasanam to this Perumal. So it sings about both Perumals.
Yeah.
Darbashayana Ramar also and
No.
Pattabi Ramar, only the Jagannath Perumal.
No, Jagannath Perumal is there because he is the Staladipati. And for Rama also there is Pasuram. Villa Langa Malanga, in that Pasuram, how Perumal used his bow and arrow to destroy Lanka and all of that. So that is highlighted, but not specifically Darbashayana Rama or Pattabhisheka Rama. No separate distinction. You can say it's for both Perumal.
Rama is mentioned.
Rama is mentioned in the...
But not like he is saying Acha Murti, not like that. But
not specifically like Srirangam or... But in general, Rama is mentioned here.
What is that in 9 point?
9.3 and 9.4. You had
one of the Sutram, which is said that if Bhagavan also enjoy us, we should not be infant. What is the reason?
See, the concept is when Bhagavan becomes very intimate with us, like in the case of Nammalvar, when Nammalvar was having feminine mood as Paramkrishna Nayaki, and Nammalvar was pouring out his love towards Bhagavan. At that time, Bhagavan comes to Nammalvar, and Nammalvar thinks that, okay, he has come here to accept my service. But then slowly Perumal approaches and makes Nammalvar sit on an asanam, and then he starts massaging Nammalvar's feet. So he wants to have that loving relationship with Nammalvar. And when such things happen, when our devotion grows, and when Perumal wants to reciprocate his love towards us by engaging in an intimate way with us, which may not be done in public. Like a husband and wife may have intimate relationship inside the private area, but in public, husband will be in the forefront, wife will be in the back seat, and they will have normal decorum. But in the private, there may be different interactions. Similarly, when Perumal comes for such intimate interactions with us, it's a Atma Paramatma interaction. At that time, sometimes Perumal may want to keep us in a higher position. So if we see our Sheshatvam, I am only a servitor. Why you are doing like this? No, no, you should not do. You should not massage my feet. Move away. I have to do yours. If we do that, then it will be a break for Bhagavan's enjoyment and pleasure. He wants to get that pleasure, but in an intimate way. But if we stop that, citing our servitude, no, no, I am only a servitor. You are only master. You cannot do like this. Then it will be putting hurdle for his enjoyment. We should not do that. So that can happen because we have deep grained understanding that we are servitors. But when that intimate relationship happens and develops, at that time we should not stop his enjoyment. So that is what is explained in that sutram. So these things happen in a very matured state. Once our love grows, where we cannot even remain one moment in separation of Perumal, we constantly think about Perumal. We constantly enjoy his interactions. In such situations, we will have such kind of enjoyment with him. So at that time, we should not stop Perumal from enjoying us. Overall, how was the experience in the yAthrA? Enjoyed? Actually, this thiruppullANi is a very quiet place. In general, there will not be much crowd. Only occasionally we will have crowd. Other than that, the Thirumanjanam, Purapadu, everything will be very pleasant and quiet and nice. And Kankiriparas are also very friendly here.
SrIrAmAyaNa thing to be proud of it.
This is the difference between big Divideshams and small Divideshams. There's big in size and number of people coming. This is actually, this thiruppullANi is also like a tourist attraction only. Many people come here, but they come usually during peak hours and all that. Our utsavams, when they happen, it will be relaxed only and very pleasant. We have both morning and evening Purapadu, Thirumanjanam will be there. Then Divya Prabandha Parayanam will be there. And then we'll also get some breaks to relax. So it's a very nice experience here.
Temple is very nice.
Temple is also very nice. Yeah.
Sannidhis.
Yeah.
Inside the atmosphere.
Yeah. Many sannidhis are there. Cows are there. Yeah.
Inside temple.
2 years back we came
Okay.
Only remember just house are there.
Yeah.
We didn't exactly visualize another thing.
Yeah.
After taking the master and other thing, we can able to what Shesha and
Right. Okay. We'll conclude now. We'll have another session before the Purapadu, maybe around 6 o'clock or so.